Hi Gemini, welcome to your month ahead tarot scope for September 2020 with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the month ahead has in store for you. So I've been telling all the signs this month because I get a lot of comments about this. When I do a reading for a sign, it is for the sun, the moon, or the ascendant of that sign. I am tapping into the energy of Gemini when I do a Gemini reading. So whether you're a sun, moon, or rising, this is for you, right? And also, it's a general reading for the energy of the sign. It may not resonate with everybody, or maybe not everything in it will resonate with you, and that's fine. For your actions and options, you have the Ace of Wands, right? You're feeling very empowered this month. Even with the Mars retrograde that's taking place on the 9th of September, you are feeling very empowered. This is in your actions and interactions with the world at large. This is about you really having that ability to speak, to step forward. It does look like there's a new start on the horizon for you. Now, when I say a new start, this is literally you, like if it were to do with a job, this is where you actually start the job. It's not going for the interview. That would be more like the Ace of Swords or the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands is where you actually start doing that thing. It's the action that you're doing. So a lot of you could be starting a new job or starting a new routine of some sort this month. And this Ace of Wands kind of says that you're in your own power. You're feeling empowered. You're feeling very bold this month as well. And I actually feel like a lot of you are tapping into your own creative energy. This is about you saying, do you know what? This is what I feel moved to do. It's going to be a powerful month for inspiration for you guys. So my advice is use it to your best advantage. This is where you really get to understand what is trying to make its way out of you. You know, whatever comes from your inspiration is coming from your connection to the divine. So when you're tapped into something and you get an urge to paint, or you get an urge to write or sing or to speak or to dance, whenever you feel that urge, that is your connection to the divine universal, right? And whenever you get that, I do it all the time. You've seen it in readings when I suddenly burst into song, right? Because that's my inspiration. That's my inner creator is awake and alive and wanting to move in that direction. You know, and the fact that I'm a giant dork doesn't, you know, really go amiss. But hey ho, you know what? It works for me and I'm cool with that. But this month you could be feeling very inspired. Keep a pen and paper handy. Make voice notes on your phone. Write notes on your phone. You know, scribble things down. This month as well, you might find that you are pulled out of your sleep. You might find that you're suddenly sort of bolt awake in the middle of the night and you've got this idea that comes in fully formed. If that is the case, trust me, I've done this so many times myself. Do not go back to sleep and tell yourself that you'll remember in the morning. You're giving it that moment for a reason. If you do nothing with it, it will be passed on to the next person that will actually move on it. And this is a month for you to act, all right? Not react, not knee-jerk response. This is a month for action, conscious action and creation. For your money and materials, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Money looks good this month. I think even with a lot of the crazy stuff that's taking place in the world, right next to the Ace of Wands, it looks like this month you could be having either you're starting a new job that is going to offer you more money and financial security. For some of you, this could come really quickly as well. Like, you know, maybe a friend or a co-worker or an ex-colleague or somebody phones you up and says, look, I've seen this job online. There's literally a day left, you know, for the open, what do they call it? the closing date for the application is literally tomorrow. I think you'd be perfect for it. You go for it, and before you know it, you're having an interview and going straight into a new job within 2 weeks or whatever. This could very much be that kind of energy. There's a lot of right place, right time energy for your finances this month. So if something comes up spontaneously, follow the synchronicity, because there's something there for you. When it comes to your health, you could just be very busy this month. You could have a lot going on this month. So my advice is to really look after yourself when it comes to your health. This could be a month as well where you're really pushed to eat sweet things, treats, maybe you're drawn to banquets and buffets and all that sort of stuff. This card is ruled by Jupiter, so it's going to see you reaching for everything that's grandiose and larger than life. Those bloody heart attack milkshakes that you get where it's like full of God knows what kinds of sugar, and then it's got a donut and something and and it's like this big. All of that sort of stuff you could be drawn to this month. So within moderation, maybe buy one between you and your friend or your partner and share it, rather than buying the whole thing and then just demolishing it yourself and then being in a sugar coma for the next 3 hours. I've done it myself a few times. But yeah, so health wise, that's what you need to watch out for this month. When it comes to the home looks good. I actually feel like your home is going to be a source of inspiration, but it could also be a very busy month for the home. You're seeing a lot of people coming and going. Especially young people as well. Not sure why, but that seems to be coming up. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Star card. The Star card has been very active this month, interestingly enough. And so this is coming up in your communications and conversations, right? And it's right next to the Wheel of Fortune. This could be phenomenal. If you are launching an online business, if you're looking to grow a following, if you have an idea, this could be your month. This is, there's definitely an energy here of being able to go viral. There's definitely an energy here of being able to get seen by big numbers very quickly. Now, remember that kind of energy is a double-edged sword. You are going to have to be your authentic self. That's really important. Mars is in Aries, even though it goes retrograde on the 9th of September. So be your authentic self, but just make sure that authentic self isn't bringing somebody else down in order to get to where it would like to be. All right. On a brighter note, this could be news that comes from a friend or somebody that is, an acquaintance or a tribe member, that brings you an opportunity that you are not expecting. And it's funny because earlier I said to you, a friend could phone you and say, look, this has come up and it's absolutely perfect for you, but you're going to have to move on it now. There's no sit down and wait energy this month, even with Mars going retrograde. For your heart and half this month, you've got the King of Pentacles. All right. So, where to start? This could be an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo that features for you this month. Whether if you're single, you could be running into somebody of this kind of nature, somebody that's very different from you, a bit more sturdy, a bit more stable, a bit more feet on the ground. But there's something about it that works because this person falls next to the Star card. This means that you could be meeting somebody through a friend, but this person is very different to who you are. Maybe from a different background, maybe even from a foreign culture. This could be somebody that is, somebody that brings the grounding to your sort of expansive out there-ness, somebody that puts an anchor on you to keep you, from floating off and spinning out, and somebody that you bring that spontaneity to stop them from being stuck in the mud. So it's a really great energy. I can tell you this person's probably very well established in their own business. Their business probably has something to do with travel, online stuff, or maybe even financial stuff online. So it could have that kind of energy to it. For those of you that are partnered, it looks like you and your partner are really thinking about the home that you live in. Are we going to stay here and dig in and do all kinds of renovations on it and make it our perfect place? or are we going to move to somewhere that is more in line with what we want and need now? Do you know what I mean? So there's definitely a change coming to the home and the environment for those of you that are partnered, coupled, married, long-term commitment, and it really is based around that. So very interesting. All right, for your first week of the month, okay, so you've got 2 cards have jumped out. The first one that I saw was the Fool card, right underneath the Ace of Wands. There is definitely a new start happening for you, and it looks like right out of the gate. So I feel like a lot of you are starting a new job. A lot of you are getting a new gig, maybe a new, revenue stream. Maybe you're going in a new avenue or a new direction, or maybe even for some of you, the residence of the place that you work in is changing. Maybe the building is changing. Maybe your company is downsizing because of the Rona. All of that sort of stuff. Yeah, nice though. Ace of the Fool card underneath the Ace of Wands. This is a new start, an initiated start, something that you do that's completely outside of what you've known, what you've done before, where you've been before, all of that. Your second week of the month, you had the Justice card right underneath the Wheel of Fortune, right? So this is nice because it looks like there is a big commitment to new financial outlooks. It looks like you might be, for a lot of you, you might be looking at a new contract. Again, this whole thing of new jobs, new work coming through, which is really nice. It looks like a lot of you are deciding to commit to those bigger goals and plans that you've got. And for a lot of you, I feel like this is an online business of some sort. I feel like a lot of you are really going for it. And whatever it is, I'm going to say this to you, right? Whatever it is that you're starting, you are starting small, but I promise you, all of the promise for those big gains, those big bolder moves is there, right? So take the contract that's on offer, or, put out what you can, and just know that it's going to grow, all right? For your third week of the month, you have the Sun card right underneath the star. So you've basically got 2 star cards, because what is the star? What is a star, right? It's a sun. So this is lovely. Communication is going to be on fire this month. You are really going to be in a very strong place. I think your negotiating skills are going to be immense. If you are going for a new job and there is something that you kind of wish you'd said you would change before you got in, but you haven't quite done it, you've got the energy behind you to be cheeky enough to ask for it now and just say, oh, actually, do you know what, can we maybe look at this again? This is a lot of powerful energy in your communications. You're very strong here. You are speaking well. You're being received well. This right next to the Justice card, that's a commitment or a contract that's coming up that's going to be beneficial for everybody involved. This right underneath the Star card, you're getting a glimpse into how big whatever this new job or project can be. But like, as Nico always says, you're getting a little bit now and you're getting a whole lot of it later, right? So this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then for your fourth week of the month, you have the Lovers card. So this is you, right? In all of your wonderful Geminian energy, or Geminian, I don't know. They both work for me, but hey ho. Right, for those of you that are single, it does look like you're meeting someone this month. But like I said, they're just very different to you. It really is a case of opposites attracting this month. It's going to be a case of you, somebody that just really kind of, it's like, you know what, we shouldn't work, but it does. And I actually really like that. I like that we're not carbon copies, and maybe even your astrology doesn't match, or maybe you're from completely different cultures. I know a couple that one of them's a Muslim and one of them's a Jew, and they get on swimmingly. They love it. They even poke fun at the fact that they're not supposed to get together and all the rest of it, but they're in love and they're happy and it works. So why shouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's very much this energy this month. For those of you that are partnered, again, it looks like you guys are saying, you know what, we've got a decision to make. We've got a choice about where we're going to be, where we're going to go, who we're going to be in this next phase of us. And I love that. Isn't that beautiful? That's, yeah, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then for your key to the month, Right, for your key to the month, this month you get the Eight of Pentacles, right? So this is the pervading energy. There is going to be a lot taking place this month. You're going to be working very hard to find the balance. I think that's going to be the key. You're going to, that might be the thing that you struggle with, or is the challenge for you this month, is finding that balance between what you want, what you need, what your obligations are, and what is in front of you that has to be done now. But yeah, either which way, I think you're going to smash it. I think it's going to be a good month for it. I actually feel like a lot of the signs have good months ahead of them. It is going to be a challenging month for all of us in some way. But yeah, I'm intrigued, because I know September in itself is going to be an interesting month. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.